Problem 3, section 2, long section, starts on page 844. The carpeting company has been hired to install flooring on the first floor of a home. A diagram of this first floor is shown. You have the dining room, the kitchen, the living room, the enclosed porch. We are going to calculate the lengths of A and B. So all we're looking for is this and this one. Stay on your page. This is the same diagram, just made it bigger. We're going to find the dimensions of all the rooms. If you look, you've got 4 shapes: the dining room, the kitchen, the living room, and the porch. The dining room, it's 8 by this. So we need to start with that. This side is 8, that side's 8, that side's 8. Good start. How do we figure out from here to here? When you're trying to find the dimensions of all these irregular shapes, you've got to look at the opposite sides. This side's 12, so from here to here, I'm going to close that off. From here to here is 12. So I need to find from blue to blue. From here, it's all of 14. So from here to here has got to be 4, because this is 10 and that's 10. So this 4 you can take up here, which means from kitchen to dining room is 16. If from dining room to kitchen combined is 35, the kitchen is 16. I just need to subtract those, and then I get 19. So after all that, A is 19. Okay, I'm going to break up the living room into 2 different parts. So I'm going to use this rectangle, the green, right there. The bottom of the rectangle, this has to be 16, because this is 16 and that's 16. What I need to find is how tall it is. You got to look towards the porch. It goes from the base all the way up to the kitchen, and then from the kitchen it goes to the top. That part is 8. From here down is 5, which means this is 3. Hang in there, I'm getting there. So if this part's 3, I take away the 3, this is 7, which means that's 7, which means, grief, that's 7 by 16. That's for the top part. Now for the second part of it, so I've got 7 by 16, put that there. Now I need this part, which is 12 by 10. That one's a little easier. If I add these together, 12 times 10 is 120. 7 times 16 is 112. This is going to be for the living room. Just remember that. So the answer for B is 10 plus 7. So B has to be 17. Still with me? All right. Right, dining room equals, kitchen equals, porch equals, living room equals. We are going to write the dimensions of each room. For the dining room, you should have, it's 19 by 8. The kitchen is 16 by 8. The porch is 10 by 10. And then we had 2 dimensions. We had 7 by 16 for the living room and 12 by 10 You are going to need these to answer the questions. Once you've got this, the questions will get a lot easier. I know that was confusing, but just remember opposite sides are congruent. All right, so we've got A and B. Number 2, the homeowners would like to install carpeting on the enclosed porch. It's a 10 by 10. We can do that. That equals 100. There's that mess. Number 3, they want to do wood flooring in the dining room. Write down the dimensions of the dining room. You should have that it is 19 by 8. Just multiply those together, and you get 152 square feet. Then we're going to do the kitchen. The kitchen is 16 by 8. Multiply that together, you get 128 square feet. And let's do the living room also. We did the work already. The 7 by 16 and 12 by 10. So 7 by 16 and 12 by 10. Here's 120. 7 by 16 is 112. I need to add those together, and I get 232 square feet. What is the total area of the first floor? 232 plus 128 plus 152 plus 100. If I add all those up, I will get 612 square feet. All right, number 7, employee from the flooring company must now calculate the total cost of materials used to complete this job. The carpeting for the porch costs $1.20 per square foot. Remember, it was 100 square feet. We're going to multiply that times 100, $1.20. You're going to calculate the cost. The loop carpeting costs 84 cents per square foot. We want to know the living room. The living room was, where is it? 232. So we've got 232 square feet. Each foot costs 84 cents. We're going to multiply that together. I want you to do A, B, C, and D, and E. Figure those out. Ask myself or Miss Ackerman for the answers after you are finished. Done with the textbook for section 2. That was a long one.